Hey everybody, Munson Steed here with the master of commerce and of course your economic passion, Master P. How are you?
How you doing, my brother?
Come on, my brother. You are the world's best brand builder in the world.
Yes.
The world's best. King of the South, new brand in your arsenal. Hollywood should be paying attention. Can you share with us your vision in sharing King of the South? And I love that new record that's going along with this as well.
Yeah, King of the South is a love story. And it's about coming out of a dark place, growing up in poverty, being able to chase your dreams and your goals and doing it from the South. The King of the South TV series is one of those things that, you know, when you look at Scarface, you look at a lot of these street movies, gangster movies, whatever they want to call it, it always ends with a bad ending. This is one of those stories that end with making it out of the ghetto, changing your life, being able to raise your family and do something different. To be able to do this with Hidden Empire Films is incredible. The guys over there know what they're doing. This is a great project. They know cinematically how to make this look amazing. And this is one of those projects that this generation, our generation and generations to come are going to be able to learn from this and look at the struggles and the pains that I went through, but also be able to relate to it and say, you know what, I wish I could change this. You know, if Pete made it through this, then I know I could make it through it. I lost a lot. I lost a lot of family members and friends through the process, but God spared my life to be able to be a living testimony, to be able to show other people that you can make it out the ghetto.
So when you think about the idea, and Hollywood looks at what I consider a romantic drama.
Yes.
When you think about a romantic drama, there's so few. Clearly, my dear friend Felicia Pride just finished writing Like You, the Really Love. And now we've got King of the South, which I love because it actually has a male lead telling the story so that young brothers can see the voice. Can you share with Hollywood why it is so important that a Black man see drama and romance from a Black lens, P?
Yeah, well, it's so important that we alive and being able to tell this story, because you're going to see the injustice throughout my life. You're going to see the struggle, the pain. You're going to see the real. This is a real life story. It's not somebody making up a story about my life. And I know a lot of people like to rewrite the truth, but no, this is as real as it get. And this story is not about being the toughest guy in the world. I never wanted to do that. Being able to create change. And that's what I want. Education, to educate our people and our culture and say, how can we survive and educate and live and make it out together? Because so many Black men, they want to represent a hood that they don't own, and they want to end up eventually dying in that community. We're losing a lot of young people at 18, 19, 21 years old, and they're successful. Some of them are artists. And then when you look at even the older guys that we're losing that has talent, I mean, we're losing the young and the old to drug addictions and alcoholism. And I think that's what I want to show. We're not going to be afraid to show that. Like, a lot of people that lost their lives, it was a lack of education and it was a drug addiction. And it's till the day, the same thing is happening to some of the greatest stars that we know. We don't want to talk about the truth. We don't want to show that. But I feel like with this King of the South, nothing has never been done of this magnitude on television, to show all cultures our suffering, our pain, and how can we heal. I think from this show, you'll be able to see the healing, see what I was able to do, not worry about the stuff I don't have, but make the best out of what I had and keep growing. And I think that's what I want this to be able to, for the audience to be able to see. I lost my brother at a young age at 19, and hopefully we could save a lot of other African-American brothers and sisters from dying so young. And I want to show people, you know, what I've been through and what family members been through, why this person is incarcerated, why this person is dead. And it all comes from a lack of education and ideas. And when you see this, you see all the product and stuff I have, that meaning I'm thinking outside the box. I want to build economic empowerment. I want to put money back into my community, but I can't do this without having some products that is legit. So when you see a lot of these stories, everybody doing stuff that's illegit, you got to look over your shoulder. You got to worry about the police. You got to worry about your own friends killing you and robbing you. When you look at Nipsey Hussle life, I mean, this is a guy that wanted to make it out and do right, but ended up dying and being a victim of his community. And I want to show other cultures that we have a lot of great people, a lot of great kids that are dying young. But if we give them the same education, or we give them the right guidance, that these guys could blossom and they could be more Master P's and whoever successful that come out of poverty, or you get a chance to see more of that. And that's what I'm hoping to get out of this story.
But you went back in the booth and you put down a rhyme.
Yeah.
Just so that they could understand it. I enjoyed the rhyme more because it kind of was a storytelling. Yeah. It brought me back to the days where, you know, you're going to say, and I'm going to tell you a whole story so you can feel me. What do you want young hustlers to take away from this particular, what I call, and you call, poetry?
Yes, this is hip hop ghetto poetry. Going into the studio, which I haven't been in a long time. Music for me is a feeling. So I don't write music. It's just pour out of my soul. And this song just poured out. Don't tell me you love me, show it. And a lot of people, they don't do that. Everybody use that word, I love you, but nobody really show you that they love you. Everybody say, give them their flowers. No, do it while they're alive. And my thing is, life is too short. But this song touched a lot of souls for the people that been through a lot. That been through fake friends, family members that just only love you for the money. They don't care about you. They can't even say, man, how you doing today? It's always what you need and what you got for me and all these type of things. So I just think we all can experience that, whether small or big. And for me, life is not about material things. It's about being there, being with your loved ones, the real ones. The fake ones, you got to cut them off. So this song just poured out into that. And it's a great theme song to the movie. To the TV series, King of the South. And it just shows that from me as a little kid, because this series is going to start as a little kid. I'm looking at this probably being like 7 or 8 series. And it'll start from a little kid. And it's like, you got to show that love to preserve that kid. You got to be there with that kid. You got to spend time with that kid. And it's just amazing, man. T. Cole did the hook on the song, and Max Sauce Beats, laid the hit. And it got me back into the booth. I ain't been in there in a while, but I guess it's like riding a bike. And this song is so different. It's not like the records that I normally make. And that's why I call it hip hop ghetto poetry, because it's actually telling the story from your heart and letting the lyrics just pour out and into the track. So I love it, man. And I think it's something new and unique discovery way of making music for me. And it's a more mature sound with the pianos. But I want to tell that love story when you talk about the King of the South TV series. So I want that love story to be in it, and it definitely put it in with the music.
Yeah. But for all those young kings, when you think of King of the South, you're doing kings in training. Yeah. So can you share how, because when I hear you, P, and you're always there for young brothers, you've got kings in training. You're training other kings to be kings. What do you want them, when you say King of the South, to understand you're training them to do and what you're training them not to do?
Yeah, so I'm training kings all over the world. It's not just King of the South. So when you look at King of the South, you can look at King of the Midwest, New York, everywhere. All our kings coming together. You look at young brothers that want more out of life, that are not afraid to change and grow up and do better. Nobody's perfect, but we all have an edge to us. And so, in the song, I said I'm worth millions of dollars, but I'm still a monster. I'm not going to let you take advantage of me. I'm not going to let you control me. I've been independent. Like nobody's going to hold me back from being successful. Nobody's going to stop me from chasing my dreams and my goals. So I want to teach these kings out there to do it the right way, but still have that edge to go take what you want. I'm talking about an opportunity. Don't sit back and wait for it. Don't worry about nobody giving you something. Get out there and make it, build it. Trust the process, get better. If you're in the sports and you're a king and saying, you know what, you can't cheat the game. You can't cheat the game on the court and you can't cheat the game of life. So I want to give that blueprint to all my kings everywhere and say, if I could do it, you could do it.
But you got king trainers and even sharing with, the fact that your son's going to HBCU and he's still one of the highest paid college athletes ever.
Yes. Well, that's just a blessing, man. That's a blessing that we are educating ourselves and we are prepared for success. And by me bettering myself, I'm able to make sure my kids are prepared for success and they're doing the right thing, knowing that, I talk to Romeo about this all the time. It's like, it's easy to do the wrong thing, but it's hard to do the right thing. But when you do the right thing, it'll pay off. And that's what's happening with my family. We are blessed. We don't mind working. All we want is an opportunity and we're going to make the best out of it. And everything we get, we don't mind sharing. So when you look at my product, when you look at the water, to be able to go back home, the more we make, the more we give. LA Great Water. The shoes, the more we make, the more we give. You buy a pair, we're giving a pair back to help inner city youth and to help feed the elderly with all the product that we have. And I think that's where it starts from. Being humble, no matter how big you get in life, and putting your trust and faith in God and knowing that we can't take this with us. This is temporary success. So, man, I'm just trying to do my part and hopefully people follow me on this journey that I'm on right now. And our next step is taking this series to like a HBO, a Showtime, a Hulu, Stars. So this is going to be an incredible project that we'll be able to give other actors that never had a chance to get those opportunities, production people opportunity to work on this. This project is going to go on for years and for years. And at first it was going to be a movie, but turning this into a TV series, I feel like we could feed more people. We could help more people and we could put our people on in Hollywood that never got a chance to be on a major project like this.
So when you think about Hollywood actually understanding kingmakers like yourself, because you're a kingmaker, you got kings in training, we need to share with them, and maybe people didn't understand what you said. When you literally have youth that are on camera for the first time, you're changing their lives because now they have an expectation that they're not the entertainer, but they're actually a young king in the making and actually getting ready to make other kings. Why is it important? And it seems obvious to others, maybe not so clear to Hollywood, that having a Black Master P as a lead and as an inspiration will change the dynamics of the young kids that will say there's no limit.
Yes. Well, I think the most important thing for me is being able to have inner city kids on these sets with us and teaching them how to put the guns down and pick up a camera. Let's shoot your future. And I wish I had that opportunity when I was growing up. And that's what we're going to be able to do and show kids that even though you come from a bad place, you could make a difference. You could change it. You could stop the negative cycles, that the drug addictions, the crime, the killing. It got to stop with the youth, and we got to give them something else to do. So I'm passionate about doing that and being able to have inner city kids and give them an opportunity on the sets of the King of the South series is just going to be incredible. And that's come from being able to having control over your products and your projects. And that's come with ownership and being able to, I had to do the right thing to be able, this history, to be honest with you, to be alive to tell this story, because most people don't live to be able to tell their own story and be a part of it and executive produce it. I mean, this is incredible. It's nothing but God. God is good, man.
So we know God is good, but you are also a king and a dad.
Yes.
For all those fathers who will watch this with their sons and their daughters, What do you want them to be sharing with them as they're watching this phenomenal series?
I want them to realize that when you change your life and you spend time with your family and you educate your loved ones, that's how you build generational wealth. And that's just how you have real love in your house. And with the theme song to show me, you showing your loved ones how much you love them. You know, people always say life is too short, but you know what? You don't have to start tomorrow. You can start today showing the people you love that you love them.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you for coming on Star Studio. Obviously, you're a family member here Rolling Out. But for all those out there, all these Hollywood execs, we need to make sure that King of the South has major distribution. It's Black product. It has a company leader that is an international king and CEO. Master P, we want to thank you for coming to here and sharing this brand vision that we know for all those kings in training and those kings who are all across the world who are inspired by everything that you do.
Yes, sir. Salute, King.
Thank you, my brother.